right, just like right there, right at that wall, that close. In between the wall, there would be, what you call it? It's not a lake, but they dug the line to let the water go through. Yeah, just like that. So I can jump over that. What do you call it? That's that lake or brook. And I can go to cemetery right there. And one night, actually almost every night, though, people escape and they arrive in the middle of the night, and or people who lived there for so long they were not. They did not have any family member to sponsor them, with many reasons, different reasons. They stayed there for quite long, over a year or 2 years. So they started to find a way to make a living. And what they did was go fishing to get fish and then sell it to make a living. And of course, they didn't have proper equipment for fishing. So oftentimes, they get killed. They get sunk and they killed. And 3 days later, the body, floated up. And that's when at night, the coast guard guarding the area, and then they find those bodies, bring them up. And in that case, they would call people who were in carpentry profession to come up to build coffin and bury them. The way they set up there is that people who have a special skill would be requested to dedicate their skill to serve the community. So in the middle of the night, and you hear in the paging system, call so and so, please summon to the office, and they call many times. Nobody dared to come up. The reason why? Because the time they pour the body in, the body would look so horrible that you were so scared to see it. That either part of this get eaten by fish or an eye get pulled out. It's too scary to face that. So they don't dare to show up until they say, one more time, if you don't come up, we're gonna call your name. And if you don't show up, your name will be off the list to be qualified to go to third world country. Right? This is the third country. The country we arrived with, second country. Original country was from Vietnam. At that time, people had to report themselves. So that's kind of life that I lived for 8 months. And one time, one mother escaped with 6 children. Her husband was in the death camp, and she knew that she could not wait for him to come home. She would not know when, because the length in the death camp, they don't tell you how long, but people should know based on how you involved in military at that time. If you were holding a low rank, you very much have a hope that you can get out in certain years. But you hold like a high rank in military, God help you. So she realized that, and she took her young children to escape with her. But she got raped so badly that when she got to the camp, she died. And she left 6 children. And the younger one was so young, she needed mother at night to come. So the baby would cry all night. They're crying and they would say, "Mother, where are you?" And nobody could sleep. It peered through your heart. And I lived at that for 8 months. And my younger daughter started to have like a pinworm because it was so unsanitized. The food was so terrible. Very, very, I think it seemed like they gave her bad food, overdue food or something like that. But of course, nobody dares complain. We knew we just have to be patient, and we won't have to stay there forever. And just be patient and wait till the day that we get out. And so that, and then the time came, we were able to come to the United States, and that was August 25th, 1981. So we got to have